For those of you who have been on my channel, I have been a very big proprietor of saying that Goddess of Victory Nikke is one of the best gacha games on the market today, especially with how free-to-play friendly it is, and of course all the wonderful stuff that they usually give. 9 times out of 10 you will hear me saying devs listened, or devs are doing a fantastic job, which normally they are. Unfortunately, I am going to also talk about some stuff that I'm not very happy about, and I know that a lot of the community isn't happy about as well. I'm trying to get the benefit of the doubt, and I will go into that a little bit later. But at the same time, every hour that this is out, it just seems to be more and more comes out about what is going on with the release in China. Now, of course, I am a Nikke creator. I am an official Nikke creator, and I'm taking a big risk by saying anything like this. I love this game. I really do love Goddess of Victory Nikke. I think it's a wonderful game with a great story. One of the best gacha stories out there on the market to date. But at the same time, I feel like I need to be transparent as a creator, while also telling, the Nikke overlords that be to please think about what you're doing here before you really make a big mistake, at least in my opinion, right? Now, before we get into that, like, comment, subscribe. I'm trying to do my best as a content creator, and it would really help if you join me on that journey of growing. So make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to check out GamerSupps. Use code Tystra for 10% off, right? Where is it? Right there. Boom. Yeah. Make sure to use code Tystra for 10% off. But without any further delay, let's go ahead and dive right into what I'm talking about. Now, as you can see here, right, we got the release of Goddess of Victory Nikke in China on May 22nd, 2025. Now, why is that a big deal? Well, China wasn't going to get this for a long time because of the fact that, Goddess of Victory Nikke is, not very censored, right? You get to see a lot of stuff. And if you look at some of the stuff that we've gotten in the past, even recently with like certain characters, and I'm going to transition right now. This is the most recent character known as Mihara Bonding Chain. Now, Mihara Bonding Chain is hot. Okay, I don't think you need me to tell you how hot she is. But her costume is also really revealing as well. And this is the type of stuff that probably wouldn't be seen in China. Now, obviously, we know that with the release in China, it's probably not going to be 100% exactly like our global, side. There's going to be a lot of different characters, a lot of different things going on. It's not going to have the full release as we are right now. Goddess of Victory Nikke is currently, at the 3.5 mark, I believe, if I remember correctly. It's either 3.5 or 2.5. I have a hard time remembering this stuff. There's so many gacha anniversaries, but it's been on the market for a long period of time. That being said, there has been a lot of issues since the release, apparently with a lot of changes. Now, I'm also using this Google Doc that has been sent to me by my boy Rami. Big shout out to you for providing this info for me. There is a lot of stuff that is different with a lot of characters' kits. Signals getting added increased attack to self, grade lifesteal to all SMGs. We got Vesti getting removed, decreased full burst time. We see characters like Privity, who's a fan favorite as well. Enemies damage taken increased. It's insane. Scarlet Black Shadow from distribute damage to AoE is pretty insane. Dorothy being one of the awesome burst ones in the game. Change last bullet to after X amount of normal attacks to CDR, which is a crit damage ratio. And then damage taken increase on top of that. And it's still, like, this is constantly being updated, right? And it's not just all of this, right? There's more to the changes, as in, like, there's stuff that we're not getting on the global side that the China side is. Just to name a few of them: insanely fast loading times comparatively, which is, from what I've seen, very true. No SRs and molds, and failed molds build up to a pity, which we do not have on the global side. Like we talked about, kits for most of the units are buffed now. Tribe Tower has an auto progress system, so you don't have to go through the fight entirely. Battle Pass has 2 levels for pulls and 1 for resources. Shop updated with better resources, and characters can be bought in other shops. And you can level up 5 characters at once until over level 160 wall, which is pretty crazy. And that's just the list that's been sent to me. But apparently the censorship aspect as well is not really a thing. And to be quite frank, it's a little bit crazy how you just have to disable one file from what it seems like in the Chinese part of the game, or the Chinese, like, you get what I'm trying to say, like the APK of it. There's only one file that you got to disable, and you get, all the uncensored content for free. And let me tell you, there's a lot of really, really good uncensored content with Nikke. I'm just saying. And this is all still within the realm of being released on, like, global, right? Like, this is stuff that we could always see because, global is not afraid to look at a little bit of skin. Oh, chat, but it doesn't stop there. Now, there's also other stuff like characters getting exclusive skins. We see that Neon here gets her own exclusive skin over on the Chinese side of things, right? We are seeing some subtle changes where Delta has no tattoos. These are the current available units over on the Chinese side of Goddess of Victory Nikke. While they're currently updating the other units to be a part of that, censored side. Isabel being over there, which is really, really cool. I think Isabel's an underrated character in that game. I'm just saying, I love me some psycho chicks, right? But yeah, here is a little bit of a video for the load time that we see here for the game. The load time is going to be crazily faster as we watch through this, right? Getting it all started. Like the Drake background, by the way. So this is the difference between the English side and, or not the English side, the global side and the Chinese side. So we could already see that the English side is loading up pretty quickly, but watch how China gets through it faster, right? It's almost instantaneous. You could see that even with a delayed start for the Chinese side of the actual, like, load, it still loads faster. And look, global side still loading. It's going to take a while, and I deal with this on a daily because of the fact that I am a global player. Look at that. And finally it loads. That's already insane. Now, big shout out to El Shafto for covering all these changes as well. This Twitter account has been covering everything that's been going on. So there's that. Now, as you can see, there is a lot of different changes that they do, or that El Shafto is talking about here. It actually even goes into in-depth for the characters as well. But here's one of the ones that people will get upset about as well, which I highly understand. When you're in the synchro machine, right? The synchro machine is basically if you have 5 characters that are of a certain level, all your characters in the synchro machine will be that same level so long as they are part of the, sides right there where you see the plus sign. You're adding those characters into the synchro to be at 160 or the same level, right? Well, if you take one out, there's a full 4-hour cooldown of putting another unit in there. As you can see here, there is no cooldown. So you could just do whatever. You can mix and match however you want to do it. And it's pretty crazy. And that's one of the ones that I was actually very sad about as well. But yeah, there's a bunch of stuff. But we're getting into the thing I really want to talk about. Because not only do we have the issues of, all the different things that CN is getting, which, bear in mind, EN's or global side. Sorry, I keep saying EN, but global side is getting some stuff that, the Chinese side isn't getting, like certain characters and stuff like that, and premium currency. But at the same time, it doesn't really compare to functionality of the game. But that's part of what we're talking about. The main topic that I want to talk about is this. Apparently, there is a account on a site that is of the CEO of ShiftUp, right? Now, this site, I don't know anything about this website. I guess it's Weibo or something like that. So I don't know anything about it. But apparently, they posted a thing where, and it's so stupid that they would even think that this is a good thing to post. They posted about how the global side of the Nikke community has been complaining about all these changes. And it's very clear that people should be upset about this. But here is his post, or repost of what he said. After the Chinese server of Goddess of Victory Nikke, or Victory Goddess New Hope, was officially launched yesterday, foreign players posted on Reddit detailing the many advantages of the Chinese server, such as greatly shortened loading times, free character resets, no 4-hour cooldown time on synchronizers, etc. This is actually the episode that Chinese server players are most proud of. Huh? Why did you think, as being the CEO, this would be a good idea to post? And you know what's crazy? It's not just the fact that they posted it, but then they deleted it knowing that they were getting backlash about the post. And like I said, I really love Nikke, but having having Kim post this, I think that this was a good idea to like throw into the faces of the global audience. Well, it's not exactly a great thing. Because at the end of the day, your player base really decides if you're going to be, having a good time. Now, as you can see by this graph, this is the Shift Up Corp stock market, basically. And it's not looking good, or at least not looking good in this past day. They went from having above 60,000 per share to now 50,300. Now, this is a big dip, and as you can see right here, it's literally in the last couple hours of May 22nd going into May 23rd, right? And as of right now, this is 4 a.m. May 23rd that I'm recording this. So, yeah, it's kind of a big deal that this is happening right now. And I don't know why Kim thought this was a good idea to post this. This is a very stupid thing to post if it's true, right? Because at the end of the day, I don't know how legitimate this is. The Pridewin Discord confirmed that this is a verified one, like the verified account of them. And honestly, I don't know if that's truly the case because, again, I'm not familiar with this website. I don't know. At the same time, though, why would they delete the post if they weren't, if they were a fan account, right? If they were a fan account thinking that, oh, yeah, I'm just going to do this. I'm going to impersonate this person. I'm going to keep this post up. Why would they delete the post? Very strange behavior indeed. Now, of course, what does this mean for Goddess of Victory Nikke? Well, obviously, Nikke is taking a massive hit, and with the launch of Stellar Blade on PC with the Nikke collab coming just around the corner in June, I think they're going to be doing a lot of backpedaling on what they posted up for the Chinese server. I think that, honestly, by this next update, and this is what I was thinking before, by this update, the changes that we're talking about that are on the CN side will probably start to get slowly implemented in the English side or global side as well. Now, I was talking to a couple people about this as well, namely Rami, who has sent me all this information. I think that they were all like at first, before all this stuff with the Weibo account came out, before that all came out, I made a prediction of I think that in the next update, they're going to announce that there's been changes to the game and that they're going to be implementing those changes as we go into the next update before we get into the Stellar Blade collab. So I was hoping that that was going to be the case. But now with this stuff and this new information out, it honestly scares me in the sense of like, maybe they're going to because now they got their hand caught in the cookie jar, right? They were trying to get some really, really good stuff for the Chinese fan base, trying to make it exclusive, like with exclusive Privity skin, exclusive Leader skin, exclusive Neon skin, all that type of stuff. But I don't know. I really don't know what the future holds for Shift Up. I really hope that they do apologize if the account on Weibo was actually his account. I do think that an apology I do think that an apology is in order, right? I think that they should really think about the fact that for the longest time, the global side of Nikke has kept them relevant within the gacha space. So many great creators that are part of the Nikke space that have helped with live streams and lore videos and just all the different cosplays, the artists. There's so many people that love this game, including myself, that I think deserve more. And to me, if this account of Kim here is true, then in all honesty, like that comes off as so disrespectful to the people who actually cared about your game. So hopefully we get some stuff talked about in some dev notes, maybe in a future video. I don't know. I'm really hoping that it's the case that they just change it. Change the stuff, admit that you fucked up, and just go back to being a great game, man. I don't want this to be the downfall of Nikke. I think Nikke's great. I haven't had an issue with Nikke since I started playing. Man. But in the event that it does go down, I really, really am happy to have gotten into the game. A lot of great people that I met through the space and a lot of great people in the space right now that are continuing to make it great. I don't think it's going to go away anytime soon, but I do think that this is a very bad black mark on this paper that is known as the Essay of Goddess of Victory, Nikke. So let me know in your... I'm very bad at speaking, if you couldn't tell, right? And I don't have an editor, right? So if you like the content, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button down below. Hit that notification bell to be notified of when the next Goddess of Victory Nikke video comes out. And let me know in the comments down below, are you looking at this from the perspective of this is a horrible take of what Kim is doing? Or are you looking at it as like, oh, this is normalized, it's whatever, right? Because I want to know. I want to know if this is just a big old nothing burger that I'm making making into a bigger deal. So, it was y'all. Thank you so much. Love you to death. And as always, we will catch you in the next video. Please take care and be safe.